AMN Drivetime is sponsored by Aishin, your trusted and reliable source for aftermarket automotive components and technology. Visit AishinAftermarket.com for more information.
Jim Franco, good morning and welcome to AMN Drivetime Quick Hits, sponsored by our good friends at Aishin.
I am very glad to be here, Mr. Bill.
It's great to see you as always, Jim. We were reminiscing just for a moment. We've known each other for 3 decades, and it's been great to get to know you, and I think we've got 3 decades ahead of us.
Well, yes, you're exactly right. I want to go to 110, so that's 30 more years for me. I want to be behind this desk. I don't think I go full 8 hours, but I can definitely knock out 5 or 6 productive. But I want to reiterate, I've got to reiterate again real quick. Bill, I can't tell you how much I appreciate the last 30 some years of your company helping me learn how to market my company and all the idiosyncrasies about branding and marketing and the way to get the audience in and present our products in my company. It helped build my culture. It helped build my base. Like I said, when I bought the company, I had 6 employees. Now I have close to 96. So it's been a great 30 years.
Jim, I'm going to give you a half an hour to stop talking like that.
Okay, so I'll continue.
No. So, Jim, you just turned 80 years old this summer.
I did.
80's a milestone. What did you do to celebrate?
Well, as you know, I had my girl said, Dad, we're going to make it a big deal on every one of your 10 years. So I had a big one at 70, a big one at 80, and I'm going to have a big one at 90 and a big one and bigger at 100. So I had about 65 people. We had a sushi chef there in the facility, and we had another 6 people was walking around catering. We had a full-blown bartender because my daughter has a beautiful home up in Yorba Linda, and it was just a great time to reminisce with all the people I've known and been acquainted with over the years. And one of my criteria is I said, in lieu of a gift, would you mind? I'm writing a book right now. My life is just to share with people how I got from a non-college graduate, non-high school graduate, to be an entrepreneur of a multi-million-dollar company is kind of a great story. But in lieu of the gifts, I said, could you please put a little paragraph or sentence together of something you remember about our relationship over the years to my friends? And I didn't get 50 or 60 of them, but I did get about half a dozen. And it was exciting to just reminisce back. And one of them was we used to take my whole company to Lake Havasu because I had a boat in Lake Havasu. And I spent 3 or 4 days with the whole company barbecuing and camaraderie. And one of my employees at that time was only 7 or 8 years old. And now she also went through college with Rita. Then her daughter came back and now works for me, and she was like 6, 7 years old in Lake Havasu, and she remembers those trips. And now she's one of my great admin employees. So it's been a wonderful ride.
That's a great story. So, Jim, you've been in the industry for a lifetime, right?
64 years.
What are your observations on the market today as we sit here in the summer of 2023?
Well, I want to tell you what. Number one, I wish I had the technology I have today when I had my auto parts stores. And the evolution of what happened with this industry has been phenomenal. But when you get right down to it, Bill, this is what they call a good old boy industry. It's all about relationships and getting those cars off and on the rack and having the customer happy with quality product and distribution. To have an auto part delivered to the installer or to a person's home in 30 minutes or less. Nobody can compete with that. Amazon's trying, but they can't even come close. And this whole industry has changed a lot, but between you and I, Bill, it has changed very little. We still buy parts, sell parts, install parts, and the big, I'm sorry to throw the electric cars underneath the bus, but Knudsen, I think you're crazy. There's no way you're going to put a law in effect that by 2025, which is 3 years from now, that's going to be mandatory to have all electric vehicles. Well, I think just for the Ubers and Lyft people, I think we have till 30. But it's never going to happen. Right now, how many years have we had electric cars? I've got a Tesla, 7 years, and we're at less than 2%. So that whole fear about electric cars and our grid, don't worry about it. Let's just keep on doing what we do. Let the smoke clear, and let's go ahead and just be great parts guys that get the cars out on the road where they need to be for our customers and for our fleets. So once again, other than technology, not much has changed, but technology has changed a bunch. A bunch. I love it.
Jim, Autologue has software for more than 5,000 locations worldwide.
Correct.
What are some of the greatest opportunities do you see for growth in our marketplace?
Well, I don't want to use any names, but I'm right now building a rocket ship. What's a rocket ship? I've got a little company called PartsWatch, which has half of those 5,000 rooftops already in existence. And that product's been really, really great being added on to SAPs and Visions and bigger systems. But it's time that I take that product to a whole nother level. So the next year or so, we're going to take PartsWatch and make it the system beyond what anything can do today. All the guys with character-based systems, there's got to be a reason for them to move, because right now they're comfortable. So they've got to have something really exciting. I'm going to be looking at artificial intelligence. We're going to have business intelligence built in throughout the system. We're going to look at voice. We're going to look at touch. We're going to look at every single thing that we can possibly bring to the forefront to get those millennials to use a product that is so simple to use. But behind the scenes, it's a full-blown rocket ship that does everything you can ever imagine in a full-blown multi-WD to hundreds of stores, all on one beautiful big system. That's what I see my company doing for the next 3 to 5 years. Besides, all of our e-products that we've developed are not only still popular today, and I've had them out for 10 or 15 years, and they're still selling, and people still enjoy them because it makes their lives easier and more productive in business. And if that makes people happier in business, makes them happier at their home life. And I guess the expression happy wife, happy life, well, happy business, happy life. Because if your business is making money and you got a good team, you know, it's fun. And that's what business should be all about, in my estimation. Not the ugly grind, oh no, I got to go to work today. I try and change that in my company as much as possible. I want people to want to come and get excited about where we're going and how we help people. And we do a lot to help people.
I know you'd like to raise the awareness of one of your platforms. Tell us about the Win the Day dashboard, will you?
I will do that. I believe every single auto parts distributor, manager, anywhere in the parts business should have this tool. And it doesn't be my tool, but all I know for a fact is every good entrepreneur has at least 3, 4, or 5 reports on his desk every morning when he comes in. He has to. He has to see the thermometer, the temperature of his business, the health of it, what's going good, what's going bad. Because good entrepreneurs don't wait to the end of the month. Actually, wait till the second half of the second month before the account comes over and says, you didn't do very well. No, come on. I want to know that way beforehand. And this dashboard takes all these reports at night. We push them through our business intelligence, push them to the cloud. And then the next morning, come in and here is, as of last night's business when you closed, all the information. How much money you made yesterday, how much money you made so far this month, because they can throw their basic overhead in. And then we have all the profits and sales, etc. Then all the way down to where one of the things I liked when I'm on a parts store, I always looked at the report that says, here's parts that sold under 20% gross profit. And some were minus percentages. So that was something I could jump on right now. I could have a whole line that is not price updated that I missed. And I find it out by that one part being under gross profit. Then I uncover a problem. I can see my counterman. I can see my top 10 customers. It's a phenomenal tool. And you could drill up, drill down, and you know what? I price it out so it costs $1.50 a day for a rooftop to have that kind of information sitting on your screen. So, and I wish I had something like that when I had my stores. And like I'll tell you again, I had about 5 or 6 reports I had to look at every day. And then the problem with those reports, they're obsolete to get thrown in the trash. And I got to look at them again tomorrow. This is there. It's accumulating. Kind of fun. So it's a phenomenal product. And like I say, I wish I had it when I had my stores back in the 70s and 80s.
Is there anything else you would like to share with the AMN audience about what you guys got going at Autologue?
Well, you know what? We have a lot of great products and we have a lot of great customers. But I cannot tell you how important my team is. Lately, I gathered a couple of really big heavies into my company. And what's amazing, they want to come work for me. They call me on the phone. With the little demise of AutoPlus, obviously there's some talent out there, and I scooped up a couple of really great team members. But that just adds to the mix of the of my company. And I did tell you this, and this is very, very important. And every entrepreneur that's listening out there, let me tell you something that's really worked for me. I had an idea to get a reloadable Visa card in the wallet of every one of my team members. Okay, and that loadable Visa card was for this reason only. Whenever we get an email from our customer or from my peers, your own peers, that particular team member went above and beyond for anything, that email comes in, my daughter comes in, we sit down and we put a price tag on it, whether it's $25, $50, or $200 in that area, and then and we reward that employee for going above and beyond. But here's the marketing twist. Here's the marketing 101. That email goes out to every one of my 96 employees. They get to read what's going on positive in this company, what they strive to be, how I can get my name out there, because it's not about the money, ladies and gentlemen. It's about the culture in this company. We have no disgruntled employees. We have no lawsuits. We have tax liens. We have none of that negative stuff in my company because we do a good job and we take care of our customers right. We don't have to lie, cheat, and steal. We just that's what I like to share with any entrepreneur out there. If they can get to that place in their business life, they've won. They won, right? Or they're winning because I'm not done. So thank you. That's the crust of what I built.
Those are great comments, Jim. Great comments. So I've got 4 questions for you. Okay. I just want a quick answer off the top of your head. We call this the lightning round.
Cool.
Cake or ice cream?
Ice cream.
Ford or Chevy?
Chevy.
Wine or beer or other?
Other.
Speedboat or sailboat?
Speed for sure.
I knew that. You had to be a speedboat guy.
I love sailing too, but speedboats is my passion. But you know what? I'm a adrenaline junkie. Anything that was fast and had wheels or in the water, because I race boats. I race motorcycles. We built a funny car. I raced it. I was the driver. You name it. I loved the speed.
Jim, thank you for being on AMN Drivetime. Quick Hits, sponsored by Aishin.
You are more than welcome, Bill. And it's always a pleasure to talk with you because you kind of make me feel like I'm important. And I think that's really great. Thank you.
AMN Drivetime is sponsored by Aishin, your trusted and reliable source for aftermarket automotive components and technology. Visit AishinAftermarket.com for more information.